from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk. I'm just coming to share a bit of a technique kind of card with you today. I challenged my Stampin' Up team on our Facebook page on Tuesday to make a card using bubble wrap. Okay, so I'll do the challenge myself as well, and I'm going to use the baby wipe technique. So I've got some re-inkers here. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work, but I've chosen kind of bluey green tones. So I've got Pool Party, soft seafoam and mint macaron. So I'm just going to, I've got some baby wipes in a tray here. These are used for beading, or I use mine for embossing. And I'm just going to add some quite random drops of ink. The re-inkers go a long way. You're only using tiny drops. And then we'll have some over the Pool Party in between. And then when I've done filming, I'll carry on using this and make some more cards. It won't get wasted. And then I've got soft seafoam, and we're just going to leave those to mingle with each other a minute. Okay, I've cut my card base already. Standard UK card size, 5 7/8 by 4 1/8, and then I've cut my white card base. So I've used Coastal Cabana for the main card, and then for the card front here, this is 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is have a go at my inky background. I've not got any gloves on, I should have really. So I'm just going to press gently and carefully, just press some of the bubble wrap onto there, let some of that ink transfer. Just give it a bit of a press. Alright, that'll be enough, I don't want loads. And then I'm just going to transfer it at an angle, like so, and give it a press. I've no idea what's going to happen, so I've not done this before. There we go, that's pretty, isn't it? Like that. So we've got that little bubble effect there, look, that's cute. I like that, and obviously the more you play with it, the different looks you're going to get. So I'm going to leave that just as a gentle background there. Alright, and then I'm going to use this for some background stamping. And what I'm going to use in the first instance is this beautiful script stamp here from Very Versailles. This is new to me, this. It's a carryover from the last catalogue, but it's new to me and I couldn't wait to use it. So I'm going to mount that, and just bob that out of the way. Mount the script stamp, and this is the whole reason I bought this set, was for this script. Because I love it. Alright, so I'm just going to mount that on there like so. And then I'm going to use my ink that I've got here. Just give it a press. And I'm going to try and see if it will. Where shall I go? I think I'll go here. Let's see if it works. It might not. It might be too pale for the script to show. Oh, you can just see it there like that. So I'll re-ink. Okay. And then do some more over here. So it's a very subtle background there. I got the idea for this from a card I saw on Pinterest, with the bubble wrap. Totally different stamps, totally different colours, but with the bubble wrap. Alright, so that's my background. I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to distress the edges of that. Okay, so I'm just using my scissors to just rough the edges of the card up. Okay, and then we will stamp our focal point, which is going to be the most beautiful flower in the world. It's the first time I've inked it up, and it's the, what's it called? Prized Peony, which is brand new. I'm going to be showing you more of it because I think it's going to be my new favourite. Definitely going to be my new favourite. It's a beautiful, beautiful one. Right, so let's just get rid of that. Alright, and I'll just add this to my card base. If I can get my glue out, there we go. So that's given me a nice subtle background. I don't want anything too strong on there. I want it nice and subtle, and that's worked perfect. I'm quite happy with that. Alright, so we've got our own custom background there. Not everybody likes to use DSP, as we call it, which means designer series paper. You can get great effects using your stamps. So we're going to use priced peony. I'll show you some more of this sweet as we go along. Probably do some more in a couple of days when I've had a play. Excuse me. I've just had my delivery. So it's going to be this large focal one here. Alright, so I'm going to stamp that. I'm going to get some more card. And I'm going to stamp that. What colour shall I do it in? I haven't decided what colour I'm doing it in yet. Let me just load up the stamp. I think I'm gonna be bold and do it in Coastal Cabana, just to be a little bit different, because that's the colour of my main cardstock. So I'm gonna get my Coastal Cabana ink out. Peonies can be whatever colour you want them to be, can't they? Alright, and I'm just gonna ink that because it's a large stamp. I'm taking my ink pad to the stamp, but I've got it on a flat surface. Keep it as flat as you can. Plenty of ink to make sure you get all of that detail. Lovely, lovely. Alright, and then I've got some spare cardstock here. So I'm going to do it that way. And then that spare I can use for a sentiment or something. Give that a good press. Make sure all of that image is nicely. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. Oh, look at the shading and the tones in there. It's stunning, and all of the detail. It is beautiful. And what I did do, I did treat myself because I knew I was going to love this set. I don't buy dies very often, but I did treat myself. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pause and I'm going to actually use the die to cut that out with. Alright, so 2 minutes and I will be back. Okay, so we're back. Let me just zoom in ever so slightly. Make sure that we're focused, which we are. So I've cut this out. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Hopefully it's not too bright and you can see it. It's stunning. Really, really beautiful. And then as part of the suite we've got these lovely vellum doilies. So I'm going to have one of these as well, I think. May as well. So that was nice and easy cutting that. And what I am just going to do is I'm just going to get a stamping sponge, and I'm not keen on that white edge for me, so I'm just going to just very gently ink it just to soften it, that whiteness. Okay, you don't have to do this is just my personal little preference. Alright, so that's that. So I'm going to have the doily there, so there'll be lots of texture. Alright, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to very carefully dot some glue in the central parts. You've got to be careful where you put glue on vellum so it doesn't splodge and look not very nice. But if you just keep it to the centre part, let me just think, am I having it like that? Or am I having it like that? I'm going to have it like a diamond, like that, and I'm going to stick it not quite in the centre because I just want that vellum to just protrude ever so slightly there off the edge. Alright, just give that a tap and then leave that to dry for 2 minutes. Okay, and then grab some dimensionals and we're going to layer up our so even if you're new to stamping, you don't have loads of colours, it doesn't matter, just use what you've got, just use a few. You don't need every colour in the rainbow to start off with. There's no harm in collecting them as you go, but you don't need them to start off with. I'm just going to cut a smaller piece from around the edges there for down here. Okay, can you see that? Yeah, I don't want to be able to see that dimensional, so I'll just squish it with my fingers a bit. They're quite soft and squidgy, so you can just push them into shape if you need to. Let's get these slippery little suckers off. Come on. I need to grow my nails. I need to get my beautiful nails back. I've got trotters at the moment and they're horrible, but At least I can get the backing off of my dimensionals. Right, so I'm happy with that. Do I want some ribbon on there? I've got some beautiful, beautiful ribbon. No, I'm not going to go overboard, so I'm just going to add it there, just at an angle. So we've got the lovely dimensional card. Let me just close that blind ever so slightly, because I do feel like it's a little bit bright. Is that better? Oh, I don't know. Right, so all we need now is a sentiment. Now I did choose this one, which will just about fit, I think, and it says, always thinking of you, and I'm going to be brave, and I'm going to stamp direct to card. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to practice on a scrap piece to make sure that I have got my stamp straight on my blocks. Let me just practice, because if I go straight to card and it's not straight, I shall cry. Alright, so it's pretty straight now. Alright, so always thinking of you. I'm just going to stamp that in the bottom, over towards the right corner. Slide it up so you can see. And there we go. It could have been done with being a little bit darker, that one, but never mind. I don't like it. It's not dark enough. What can we do to adjust that? I'll show you what we'll do. I've got a backup. It blends in. I should have used a darker colour, maybe black. So I'm not 100% happy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-stamp it on a piece of white card. Alright, and then I'm going to pop that up, and then it will stand out better. So just let me stamp that. Hopefully my messy hair's not in the shot. Let's just give that a stamp. I'm not ruining my card just because I don't like the colour of the sentiment. We're going to carry on. So I'll snip that off, snip it to size. And of course the bin men are here now, so if you can hear a load of noise, then well, no, I can do better, is there? And then just gently ink the edges of that so that it stands proud. Okay, and we'll fix our little mistake there. Don't know what I was thinking. I should have known it wouldn't stand out, but I haven't done a sample. I just turned the camera on and started crafting, but never mind, we can fix it. Alright, so turn that over. We'll have a dimensional there. We'll have one at the end and one in the middle. Okay, let's take those off. Okay, we're nearly done. And that's kind of a little bit mixed media-ish, isn't it? Let's just stick that over where I stamped it and it doesn't stand out, and now that stands out. So there you go, we rescued it, and it's a beautiful card, and it's not difficult because we've got beautiful stamps and they really are stunning, and it does make your card making a heck of a lot easier. If I can do it, you can do it. I hope you like that. I will leave the details over on my blog. Make sure you click like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.